So we're just not gonna answer the phone. How you gonna ask me to call you and then you don't answer the phone? Well, never mind. Anyway, just gonna leave you this message. So look here. While it's on my mind and heart, I'm gonna go ahead and just tell you about the movie since you asked, and let you know why I think Captain Marvel earned the right to be the new leader of the team. Okay. Not only is she, they're saying the most powerful Avenger, and I think that they're referring to like right now, and the strongest, okay, like physically she's the strongest. Now I don't think she's the most powerful, because Scarlet Witch, if there was a fight, be a wrap for her. I mean, Scarlet can alter reality. I don't care what photon blasts can do if you can't even tell where you are. you ain't gonna be shooting at anything. So, I mean, anyway, if you read comics, which I'm pretty sure you don't, I don't know, you should tell me, let me know. But they have just put out that she meaning Carol, is half Kree. So I think that's where we're getting the whole photon blast from, because she bonded with the Space Stone. I don't understand why she can't open portals, but that's neither here nor there. What's really important is why she earns the right to be the new leader. I mean, look, people were upset about how she's the first Avenger and that's where the name came from, but backtrack to the movie. This was the first time anybody, according to the Avenger and Marvel Universe, this is the first time anybody's really come in contact with somebody with powers. I don't think Red Skull ever actually showed that he had powers. He just looked creepy. But we did come in contact with the Tesseract in Captain America's movie. I apologize. So they came in contact with alien tech, but not actual aliens until Captain Marvel showed up. But if you pay attention in the movie, the only person that actually got to see Carol use her powers was Fury. And they had this council that Fury had to answer to in the first Avengers movie, which they disappear after this, but he has these people that he has to answer to. I'm more than confident that when this happened, when Carol showed up in 95 and then 20 years go by and there's no other incident, what reason would they have to continue the Avengers initiative? There's no one to even join it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it got dismantled, and they were not prepared when aliens started showing up with the whole New York thing, right? We also find out in the first Avengers movie that the Tesseract has feelings, that she's a she, according to Dr. Eric, and that she has personality. So when Carol in her movie is willing to die, willing to sacrifice herself to save whoever, and she's doing this just based off of what Marvel tells her, that, number one, is heroic as hell. And number two, the Tesseract found that honorable, and so it bonded with her. She made the choice. The energy in the Tesseract chose to bond with her from that light speed engine that she destroyed and gave her powers. It rewarded her for being selfless enough. Now, I'm going to just say something. People were really upset about Carol's character, but let's compare her to Tony and to Thor. Both Tony and Thor in their first movies were arrogant as I don't know what, hella selfish, all about themselves, and to the point where Thor got put in timeout. His dad took his powers away from him. But like, boy, you doing too much. You need to go have a seat. Go sit in the corner. Okay? Go sit in the corner on Earth. You in timeout. And he had to earn his powers back. This girl proved herself early on in her movie, to the point where she had powers the entire time. But her movie was about believing in herself. That's what her movie was about. And that's what her whole story was about. That, and realizing that she was strong and she was powerful far before she got these magical hands or this ability to shoot fire out of her hands. Or I cannot remember what term they used in the movie, but either way, I liked that Carol was someone that you could look up to. She was someone that you could respect. She was someone that had earned the accolades that she had. You know, to be a captain in the military, that's something you have to earn. That's something you have to work towards. That's not just something that's handed to you. You know what I'm saying? And in Thor's case, his powers were given to him. And his Asgardian lineage he was born into it. It wasn't something that he had to earn, which is why in his movie, his father took his powers away from him and he had to earn them back. Whereas Carol did a selfless act in order to acquire her powers. That's dope. And to me, that's leadership material. Then you add on top of that Homegirl has been in space for the past 25 years. And we're starting to understand and see that there are more aliens. I am so sorry about the noise. I hope you can hear me, but there are more aliens coming, and I feel like the best person to lead the team is someone who's been in contact with those aliens, right? Or with aliens in general, because she's been going around saving people all over the universe and beyond. That means that's a lot of allies that she's been able to acquire as well. Wouldn't you want that to be the leader of your team? I don't know. I'm just saying. I mean, compared to who's left, Doctor Strange ain't trying to lead nothing. Peter is too young. Scarlet Witch. We already saw where Hulk is at now. He's so cute. I just feel like she is just the most viable candidate right now. Then you add on to that the Flurkin and how powerful the Flurkin is. Like, this is a cat that has multiple pocket dimensions inside of it. So when it swallowed the Tesseract, we have no idea where it went, what was happening at that time. It was inside of him or her. I can't remember if they decided to make Goose a boy or a girl, but anyway, not the point. Point is, Flurkin is very powerful and did the damn thing in the movie, and I was really cool with that. Also, people were upset about Nick Fury and how he lost his eye. It's a joke, and it's also, to me, very cool, because he was a completely different person. You know, this situation happening to him, his whole world being turned upside down, learning about aliens, losing his eye to a cat that he was so enamored with, is like, wow, Nick went through it. You know what I'm saying? And now he's become that much more cautious. That is what made him who he is today, is that whole experience. He was this kind of happy-go-lucky, chill kind of dude, and now he's super uptight and mean, and I don't know, I guess a little stoic, I would say. I mean, I'm cool with Nick. I really like him. But this movie is about more than just superheroes. To me, it shows children that women can be strong too. They don't have to just be book smart, and they don't have to just be magical, but they can be strong, and they can be powerful, and they can be a force. And that was dope to me. That's what made this movie so pivotal in a world full of action movies with mostly male leads. Because think about it, a lot of these female-led movies where they are action movies, the chicks are spies, they're overly sexy, Atomic Blonde, Red Sparrow, those are the only two that I can think of right now. But it's like, I want to see women do more. And I feel like this movie showed that. They showcased a woman being more than just a girl. And I know a lot of people were upset about that song, but I felt like that song was so appropriate, because if you listen to the lyrics in the song, she's like, I'm just a girl, I'm some kind of freak. And I'd rather not be, but it's just like, everybody is looking at me and they keep trying to put me in this box and tell me who I am and who I'm supposed to be, and just let me out of here. Like, and let me just be who I want to be. Let me be myself. Let me choose to empower myself in this moment and in this current reality that I'm in, because her life changed so much throughout the movie. She thought she was one thing and found out she's another, and then now we find out in the comics that she's like still connected to these people. And even what happens to her in the comic, like they strip her of her captain status, and I think she wasn't a captain anymore. She was even higher ranked than that. I think she was a general at this point. And they strip her of her title in the comics, and that's ridiculous. Not that the comics did, but like the government stripped her of what she had earned, of all the things that she has done for this world, for us. And they felt like she needed to be stripped of that because they found out she's half Cree, because can't help her lineage. She can't help what she was born as, but she made choices to help and to not be a danger to us. I think she proved herself. So that's kind of messed up that they would do that. And I feel as though that's kind of how the world, or some people, I won't say the world because, trust me, most people probably really were like the movie from what I hear. I mean, over $1 billion. I think some people liked it. But my main concern is that we all need to take the time to really be more open-minded. There were some guys' reviews who were just mad about stuff that was just like not that deep. Like, there's a guy in the movie that says to her, you know why they call it a cockpit, right? I wish more men would understand that, like, that is things that women hear. Like, we hear that kind of stuff all the time. Dudes will walk up to me and tell me to smile all the time. It's like, I don't want to smile right now. Like, I'm tired. I'm cramping. I'm only here for some ice cream. I ain't trying to smile at you right now, bro. Like, mind your business. Why are you even in my face right now? And I really loved that she didn't have a love interest. I loved that the movie was just about her. It was about her trying to find herself and to remember who she was, and then realizing that it doesn't even really matter who she was. It's about who she is now and what she's going to do with the powers that she has and with the knowledge that she has. And I just found the whole movie and the whole concept really dope. And I'm really looking forward to what Marvel's going to do going forward, because, for example, Rogue, I don't know if you know this, but Rogue got her powers from Captain Marvel. She got her ability to fly and her super strength from Captain Marvel and almost killed her. So, I mean, it's kind of bad that I'm excited about that. Because, look, I am totally unbiased. I really do not care that much about Captain Marvel. I think she's an okay character. I actually like Brie Larson more than I like Captain Marvel. So take that however way you want to take it. But I feel like Brie, understands the power that she has as a white woman, and she's an advocate for people. She understands that she has a responsibility, that people look up to her, and that she has an obligation to use the platform and the power that she has and the influence that she has and the privilege that she has to help others and to create stories that she knows different people are going to relate to. And I really, 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 really get down with that. I think that is so cool. So I'm looking forward to what they're going to do going forward. I cannot wait to see the Eternals, and just Spider-Man's movie was dope. Spoiler, but at the very end of his movie, they show you the scrolls. So I'm confident that Nick is with Cap somewhere out there in space, which is like maybe a little emotional. I was like, okay, what are we doing? Where are we going? Where are we going? But anyway, you should watch the movie. It's out on DVD now. I own it. I also own a lot of the Avengers movies, but I definitely had to own this one. And I just feel like more people need to watch it. More people need to be exposed to this kind of stuff, seeing women in these power positions, in leadership positions. That's another thing. A man has been leading the team the whole time. Let's give a woman a chance. And not only just any woman, but someone with experience, with combat experience, with space experience, with leadership ability, with a good big heart, with someone who's selfless, someone who's really shown us what it means to be a hero, someone who's willing to sacrifice himself. It took Tony how many movies to finally sacrifice himself for the greater good? And at the end of the day, he did it out of arrogance. He didn't do it because it was the right thing to do. He did it because he wanted to be the one to save everybody. It's nice that he did it, but sometimes it matters what. I won't even say sometimes. All the time. It matters why you do things. Yes, it was great that it benefited everybody, and yes, it was great that it worked out, but I have a love-hate relationship with Tony, okay? He is one of my favorite characters, I'm just saying. And Robert Downey Jr. killed the role. Like, smashed it. But my ultimate favorite characters from the Marvel Universe are Rogue, Wolverine, and probably Storm. I feel like there's somebody else, but I can't really think of it right now. I'll have to get back to you on that. But look, anyway, you be good. And call me back, okay? And let me know what you think if you go see it. Or not go see it, but buy it. Or come over and watch it with me so we can discuss it further, okay? And tell me what you think. Alright. See ya.